Alright everyone, it won't be long before we enter version 2.2 of Zenless Zone Zero. As usual, two characters will be released in this version, one of which is Orphie and Magus. She is rumored to be an attacker and has a beautiful appearance, but she possesses deadly attacks. She is also an agent belonging to the Obol Squad faction, just like Soldier 11 and Trigger. Will Orphie and Magus be one of the agent attackers capable of competing with the current ones in the upcoming update? I'm Hoyostation and we will discuss Orphie and Magus' early kit in version 2.2. Let's do this. Do you have a character or weapon in the game that you really want but you don't have enough stellar jades? Here is a smarter way to recharge your favorite games like Genshin Impact and Honkai Star Rail. Look no further than Loot Bar. Loot Bar is the most reliable top-up platform. It saves up to 23% for all orders compared with the official channel, and it provides an 80% off for your first purchase. It's 100% safe as you will only be using your UID. We will buy pack for 3000 stellar jades for $42, which otherwise would have costed $50, totally saving $7.5. We received the crystals we purchased in the less than 3 minutes. All recharges will be done through the official channel with miHoyo, which allows you to enjoy all top-up offers. Ready to level up your gaming experience? Check the link in the description to get the amazing discount. Oh yeah, before we dive deeper into the early kit for Orphie and Magus, I want to give you a disclaimer first that the information I'm sharing in this video is still part of the beta version. So there might be some changes to the kit I'm discussing in the future, okay? From the rumors that have been circulating for some time now, we already know that Orphie has the fire attribute and the role of an attacker. She belongs to the Obol Squad faction, the same faction as Trigger and Soldier 11. Generally, as a character with the role of an attacker, her kit will focus on dealing damage and being the DPS in the team. However, uniquely, she has attacks that can be launched off-field, unlike most attackers who require a significant amount of time on field. She is a unique character with role flexibility in combat. First, let's briefly discuss her base stats. Orphie and Magus have the same base HP, base attack, base defense, and impact as Evelyn, who has the same role and attributes, namely attacker with fire attributes. However, she has different base HP from Soldier 0 NB, who has a similar role, with a difference of around 100 points. One unique aspect lies in Orphie and Magus' energy regeneration, which is slightly higher at 1.56 points, allowing her to recharge their special attack slightly faster than currently existing characters. Alright, let's dive into her special attack, which is a very important part of her kit. Orphie has 2 special attacks and 3 EX special attacks. For the special attack Full of Blood, she will attack forward using Magus or her tail, dealing fire damage. As for the second special attack, it will activate automatically when a teammate attacks and can be triggered every 5 seconds. While this skill is active, Orphie will restore 15 hit energy. Well, this skill is pretty interesting, guys. First, it automatically activates when a teammate attacks, with a 5-second cooldown. This indicates that Orphie and Magus are characters capable of field attacks. Second, this skill also provides heat energy, which is essential for activating the EX special attack hits, storage, and energy recharge, capable of dealing massive damage to enemies. Next, we will move on to the first EX special attack version, called Watch Your Step. This skill can be used if energy is sufficient, firing a laser forward and deals fire damage. When this attack is active, 30 hit energy is restored and a powerful attack is launched. The user is immune during the skill's activation. For the second version of the EX special attack named Burning Red Vortex, when Orphie is off-field with energy above 60 points, it will automatically activate when a teammate attacks, firing lasers in all directions and dealing fire damage. When this attack is activated, it will restore 30 hit energy. The user is immune during the skill's activation. Both the first and second versions of the EX special attacks have equally intriguing effects. Both provide 30 hit points, which are useful for activating the EX special attack hit storage and energy recharge, one of her strongest attacks. The difference between the first and second versions lies in the requirements and the damage dealt. In the first version, the damage multiplier is only around 265%, while the second version provides a 1137% damage multiplier, which is nearly 6 times the damage. Additionally, the second version of the EX special attack will only activate if Orphie has over 60 energy points and will activate automatically similar to the special attack Flash of Eclipse. For the third version, called Heat Storage and Energy Recharge, it can be used when heat energy is greater than 100 points, and hold down the special attack button. It immediately consumes 30 hit points up to a maximum of 100 points, continuously firing lasers and dealing fire damage. After some time, firepower will be increased, as well as increasing Orphie's interruption level. If hit by an attack while using the skill, it will parry the enemy's attack and further increase firepower. When the special attack button is released or the continuous attack reaches its maximum limit, it will automatically transition to the final attack from normal attack or chain attack barrel overheating depending on the current firepower level. Well, this skill has a very interesting effect worth discussing, guys. This skill can unleash a barrage of attacks on enemies and deal massive damage. Note that this skill consumes 30 heat energy at the start and will consume up to 100 points at its maximum limit, so you must have sufficient hit points to maximize the damage from this skill. Besides dealing massive damage, this skill can also parry enemy attacks, so you don't need to worry about being hit by enemy attacks while using this skill. Additionally, after this skill ends, it will launch a finishing attack in the form of a basic attack or chain attack overheating, depending on the firepower level at the end of the skill. With this effect, and assuming a chain attack overheating is launched, you can deal additional damage through the chain attack, which has a multiplier of 1097%. Next, let's move on to her chain attack and ultimate. Orphie has two versions of chain attack. The first version, called Chain Attack Barrel Overheat, launches a spinning attack forward and deals fire damage. When this attack is launched, it restores 15 hit points. The user becomes immune during the skill activation. The second version, called Barrel Overheating, automatically activates the EX special attack Heat Storage and Energy Recharge after continuous attacks reach maximum firepower. This chain attack will deal the same damage as the first version, but has different activation conditions, namely after the EX special attack Heat Storage and Energy Recharge reaches its maximum limit. Although they deal similar damage, the two chain attacks differ in terms of damage multiplier and heat energy recharge, where the normal version provides 15 heat energy, while the additional version does not provide any heat energy. As for the damage multiplier, the normal version provides a 1589% damage multiplier, while the additional version provides a 1097% damage multiplier. This is understandable, as the second version of the chain attack serves as the finishing move for the EX special attack, Heat Storage and Energy Recharge. And for the ultimate move, named Ultimate Dancing with Fire, performs a forward spinning attack followed by a laser blast. This attack deals fire damage. When jumping into the air, this ultimate will trigger a quick assist. If the user presses quick assist, Magus will extend the laser shot. Alright, this ultimate can help us rotating, as it can trigger quick assist, so we can simply launch Orphie's ultimate if we want to trigger quick assist. Additionally, the laser attack fired by Magus will be extended if we use quick assist, which automatically increases the damage output of this ultimate. The additional damage multiplier from extending the duration of the laser fired by Magus is approximately 1594%, which is certainly not a small amount of damage. Now we will move on to her core skills. Orphie and Magus' core passive skill, Wind and Fire, increases the Magus critical rate by 20% and Aftershock damage by 20%. The Magus will gain 70 heat energy up to a maximum of 125 points. When Magus is off-field and can use the special attack Full of Blood while having 60 energy or more, it will consume 30 energy to automatically activate the EX special attack Burning Red Vortex. When Magus energy regeneration exceeds 1.6, for every 0.2 points of excess energy regeneration, damage caused by Aftershock will increase by 7%, and the damage dealt through the fire knife from the basic attack high pressure gun, EX special attack, chain attack, ultimate, and also the EX special attack Heat Storage and Charging will be considered as Aftershock damage. With this core passive, all attacks from Orphie and Magus will be considered aftershock damage, so the damage increase from this core passive will apply to all attacks from Orphie and Magus. Additionally, Magus has a base critical rate of 20%, making laser attacks more consistent in landing critical hits. Furthermore, when Magus is off-field, the special attack launched will transform into enhanced special attack burning red vortex as long as we have 60 energy. This is easily achievable since we will focus on obtaining energy regeneration stats to maximize the aftershock damage provided for every 0.2 energy regeneration exceeding 1.5 points. As for her additional ability named Forged in the Furnace, it activates if there are agents of the stun or support role. When the laser fired through the ultimate dance with fire or the special attack heat storage energy recharge hits an enemy, all agents in the team gain the focus effect for 12 seconds. The duration is refreshed with each reactivation. While under the focus effect, the damage dealt increases by 30% and ignores 25% of enemy defense. When a teammate performs an aftershock attack, the agent's focus effect is extended by 2 seconds, up to a maximum of 12 seconds. The effect of this additional ability is no less interesting than the others, as it provides an additional focus effect to all team members. This focus increases damage and ignores enemy defense, boosting the overall damage output of the entire team. Additionally, every time a team member launches an aftershock attack, the focus duration is extended by 2 seconds, up to a maximum of 12 seconds. With this effect, agents like Trigger and Silver Soldier NB will be greatly benefited, as we know Trigger can launch aftershocks to apply a daze effect, and Silver Soldier NB uses aftershocks as its primary attack. With this, we can use a team composition with 2 DPS consisting of Silver Soldier NB and Trigger, alongside Orphie and Magus as sub DPS. Finally, we will enter the final part of this video, which is the signature W engine. Unfortunately, the W engine does not yet have an official name, so I cannot mention it yet. This W engine has an advanced stat of 60% energy regeneration, as well as an effect that increases the user's critical rate by 20%. When the user performs an aftershock attack to deal fire damage, the damage dealt by the user will ignore 15% of the enemy's defense, lasting for 8 seconds, with a maximum of 1 layer obtainable every 3 seconds, up to a maximum of 2 layers. The duration will be refreshed when this effect is triggered repeatedly. Well, this W engine provides numerous benefits for Orphie, such as energy regeneration, critical hit rate, and defense ignore, which maximize Orphie's damage output. A particularly interesting aspect of this W engine is that few W engines offer advanced stats like energy regeneration, so a more proper build is necessary if you don't plan to use this signature W engine. In addition to energy regeneration, this W engine also provides a 20% critical rate, bringing the base critical rate of Magus to 40%. This means we no longer need to focus on obtaining additional critical rate stats and can instead prioritize other stats like critical damage and attack power. Furthermore, the defense ignore provided can reach 30%. And when combined with the effects of her additional ability, Orphie and Magus will have a defense ignore of 55%, which is an extremely high value and will undoubtedly increase Orphie's personal damage output significantly. Alright guys, that's all for this video. What do you think about Orphie and Magus? Do you plan to obtain Orphie and Magus in the future? Feel free to leave any comments down below and don't forget to check out my other videos because they are just as cool. Thanks for watching, stay safe, stay healthy, and see you in the next video.